Easter is a time of renewal, of pastel eggs and Sunday services, but sometimes it's a backdrop for terror that shakes you to your core. Tonight, I'm sharing 3 disturbing true Easter horror stories, each one tied to the holiday and rooted in real accounts that will haunt you long after the candy's gone. These tales will hook you from the first whisper and keep you on edge until the end. This is 3 disturbing true Easter horror stories, and it's going to chill you to the bone. The first story takes us to rural Kentucky, Easter weekend of 2014, in a small town called Harlan. The Miller family, Tom, Ellen, and their 10-year-old daughter, Lily, lived in a farmhouse surrounded by rolling hills. Easter was a big deal for them, with church services, egg hunts, and a big dinner planned. Their neighbors, the Clarks, hosted an annual Easter egg hunt, inviting kids from miles around. That year, Lily was excited, clutching her basket, ready to join the hunt in the Clark's sprawling backyard. But something felt off. The Clark's son, 12-year-old Caleb, had been acting strange, quiet, pale, staring at Lily whenever she came near. Ellen noticed his eyes, glassy and unblinking, but she brushed it off as shyness. The hunt began at noon, kids scrambling through the grass, giggling as they grabbed eggs. Lily, competitive, wandered toward the edge of the property, near a dense thicket where the Clark's land met the woods. She didn't come back. Ellen, helping with snacks, realized Lily was missing 20 minutes later and called her name, her voice sharp with worry. The other kid returned, baskets full, but Lily's was found by the thicket. Eggs spilled, her shoes caked in mud. Tom and the neighbors searched, fanning out, while Ellen dialed 911, her hands shaking. Caleb stood by the house, silent, clutching a single egg, its shell painted black, unlike the others. When Ellen asked if he'd seen Lily, he whispered, "She's with them now." His voice flat, his eyes fixed on the woods. Police and volunteers combed the area, finding nothing but a torn ribbon from Lily's dress, snagged on a thorn. As dusk fell, a volunteer spotted movement in the thicket. A figure, small, darting between trees. It was Lily, barefoot, her dress muddy, her eyes wide with terror. She wouldn't speak, just clung to Ellen, trembling. At the hospital, doctors found scratches on her arms, like claw marks, and a strange symbol burned into her palm, red and raw. Lily later whispered to Ellen that Caleb's friends took her, shadowy figures in the woods, whispering her name, leading her deeper until she screamed and ran. Caleb, questioned by police, claimed he'd warned Lily not to go near the thicket, saying his friends didn't like strangers. A search of his room found black eggs, painted with symbols, hidden under his bed. The Clarks moved away, and Lily, traumatized, never spoke of it again. But Ellen swears she hears whispers from the woods every Easter, calling her daughter's name. The second story brings us to a suburb of Perth, Australia, Easter Sunday, 2019. The Nguyen family, Min, a chef, and his wife, Lan, a nurse, lived in a quiet neighborhood with their 2 kids, 8-year-old An and 5-year-old Bao. Easter wasn't their biggest holiday, but they embraced it for the kids, decorating eggs and attending a community picnic at the local park. That morning, Min noticed their backyard gate was open, though he'd locked it the night before. He found footprints in the dirt, bare, child-sized, leading to their shed, where the door was ajar. Inside, he found a pile of Easter eggs, not theirs, cracked and oozing a foul black liquid. Min, unsettled, threw them out, assuming a prank. But Bao kept asking about the bunny man he'd seen through his window, tall and thin, hopping in the dark. At the picnic, An and Bao joined a scavenger hunt, chasing clues through the park's playground. Lan kept an eye on them, chatting with neighbors, but her stomach dropped when she saw Bao alone, staring at a drainage culvert at the park's edge. She ran over, calling An's name, but Bao pointed to the culvert, saying, "She's with the bunny man." Lan screamed for Min, who sprinted to the culvert, a concrete tunnel barely wide enough for a child. He crawled inside, his phone's flashlight shaking, and found An curled up, shivering, her Easter basket empty. She was unharmed but silent, her eyes distant, clutching a single egg, black and sticky like the ones in the shed. Police searched the culvert, finding no one, but discovered more black eggs hidden in the mud, each marked with a crude, smiling face. An wouldn't talk for days, but at night she'd wake screaming, saying the bunny man wanted her to follow him. Min installed cameras, catching a figure one night. Tall, lanky, in a tattered rabbit costume, standing by the shed, staring at the house. The footage shared with police led to a manhunt, but the figure vanished. Neighbors reported similar sightings, always on Easter, always near the park. The Nguyens moved, but An, now a teenager, draws the same smiling face from the eggs, unable to forget the bunny man's whisper, "You're mine." The culvert is sealed now, but locals avoid it, swearing they hear hopping in the dark every Easter. Our final story takes us to a small town in Ontario, Canada, Easter weekend 2016. Jenna Larson, a 32-year-old single mom, lived in a duplex with a 6-year-old son, Owen, in Brockville. Easter was special for them. Jenna hid eggs around their apartment and they'd attend Mass at St. Francis Church. Their upstairs neighbor, Mrs. Agnes Foley, a reclusive widow in her 70s, rarely spoke, but she'd leave chocolate eggs for Owen, slipping them under their door. Jenna appreciated the gesture, though Agnes's eyes, sharp and unblinking, made her uneasy. Owen called her the egg lady, saying she smelled like old flowers. That Easter, Agnes left a strange egg, wooden, painted red, with scratches like letters. Owen loved it, keeping it on his nightstand, but Jenna felt a chill touching it, like it was too cold for wood. On Good Friday, Jenna woke to scratching, faint but insistent, from the ceiling. Agnes's apartment. She ignored it, assuming pipes, but it continued nightly, always at 2 a.m., like nails on wood. Owen started having nightmares, saying the egg lady visited him, standing by his bed, whispering about her children. Jenna checked his room, finding the red egg on the floor, its scratches deeper, forming a word, "mine." She confronted Agnes, who smiled thinly, saying, "He's a good boy. Keep him safe." The next night, Jenna heard footsteps above, heavy and uneven, followed by a child's giggle, though Agnes lived alone. Owen woke screaming, claw marks on his arm, the red egg glowing faintly in the dark. Jenna called the police, who checked Agnes's apartment. They found a hidden room, its walls covered in red eggs, each scratched with names, children from Brockville, some missing since the 1980s. Agnes was gone, her car abandoned at the town's edge. A diary detailed her rituals, claiming the eggs bound children's souls to her, replacements for her stillborn daughter. Owen's name was in the diary, circled. Police linked Agnes to 3 disappearances, unsolved, all on Easter weekends. Jenna burned the egg and the noises stopped, but Owen still fears the dark, saying the egg lady is waiting. Agnes was never found, and every Easter, Brockville parents checked their doors, haunted by the red eggs that still appear. These are 3 disturbing true Easter horror stories, proof that even holidays can hide darkness. I have read the reports, the interviews, the Reddit posts from witnesses like Ellen, Min, and Jenna. Their fear is real, etched into every detail. We chase the truth, no matter how terrifying. So, what's in your Easter basket? What's whispering in the dark? Hide your eggs, because this nightmare is real and it's closer than you think.